All right, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, I think it's the not too right time. You've missed the first half of the show, so you're joining us the second half of the program. I did talk about our conversation earlier that I'll be looking at agriculture, but from a different perspective, actually, from also the perspective of private investment in agriculture. I have three gentlemen joining me. Honorable Oyewoleosinaike is the chairman and chief executive officer at Leisure Group, and he's also an international trade expert. He's at my far left. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nancy.
How are you doing today?
Okay.
Okay. Then to my immediate left is Soren Bostrup Sorensen. He's the ED North Trade Denmark. Welcome to the...
Thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation.
Nice to have you. All right, Steen Stinson is an agro-business expert. Steen, welcome to the show too.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
In fact, at the beginning of the program, I did say that Denmark is now the third happiest country in the world. For Denmark, it was number one for a while, but I think the country, came to number two in 2016, number two in 2017, and number 3 in 2018. But pretty much, you guys look happy to me.
Thanks very much. We are doing our best.
We are happy.
Yes, you are happy people. And you know why? I think the happiness is born by the fact that your welfare system, things happen to move in Denmark than some other countries around the world, which you have beaten. But let's take it from the area of especially business. And let me start with Honorable Oyewole. Why do you think that agriculture is really something that we should focus on?
Thank you, Nancy. If you look at Nigeria, going by our history, agribusiness have always been our inheritance. There is none of us here who his father or his parent has not asked one day when we're growing up that, oh, go to the farm or do this in those days. So which means agribusiness happens to be our inheritance, economic inheritance.
But have we been able to explore and exploit the gains of agriculture?
That is really the area where we have come in. You see, big thanks to President Muhammadu Buhari's government that have seen it viable for us to now diversify into agriculture business and begin to change our economic perspective, grow our economy. The value is here. Nigeria has the most fertile land to grow all of this produce.
But are you thinking that we're doing enough of it? Because it's so much about financing in agriculture. There are a lot of bottlenecks in that ecosystem. A lot of people still don't have the prerequisites to finance or to get that finance, because you're talking now about collateral. Though the CBN has come up with different initiatives to say, okay, that the interest rates for agriculture and manufacturing come at a single digit. But, you know, there are still bottlenecks.
I will come in that our financial system is really nothing to write home about. When Lycia Integrated started 2012, my company engaged in a trade exchange with Dubai business expert. We tagged it Dubai Nigerian Trade and Investment Exhibition. And it was frustrated by unnecessary bottleneck by bank. So frustrated. So we, over the time, because we believe in Nigerian value, we keep on doing our best to make sure we support the government of the day to move the economy forward. But the problem is the banking system. The CBN has over-politicized our commercial banks. You see things on the paper, it's just mere paper document. There is this loan here, this loan here. How many people, how many less privileged can access those loans?
Okay, we'll come back to the to financing in a bit, but let me bring Soren in here. Both of you are from an environment where agriculture is being utilized and maximized, I must say. Like I said at the beginning of the program, Denmark has that advantage, especially in dairy, I know, cattle breeding. You know, when I did interview the ambassador, the Danish ambassador to Nigeria some months or a year or so back, he was talking to me about how dairy is being done there and all of that, you know, and perhaps some things we can also learn. With your experience, do you think that Nigeria has been able to tap into the gains and the profits that we should be making from agriculture?
No.
Very blatant, no.
But of course, there's more behind that answer. I think when you look at the countryside, it's so fertile. So you have all the basics for a very, very productive agriculture, right? And I think the reason why we have engaged with Lycia Group is that we believe that the experiences from, let's say, 150 years development in Denmark, where we can take the good things and leave the bad things, can be used in Nigeria. We have in Denmark where the farmers are engaged themselves in production, and I think that is very important, because I don't think any economy in reality can grow without food for the people. So that is actually where we believe we need to focus. How do we help to provide an environment where Danish investors from the agricultural industry find it interesting to come to this country, right? And together with local private enterprises, invest and build. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to, be a fantastic story tomorrow, but it will grow. And I think if people have food, you can start exporting. You have the right quality. There's a lot of things that will follow and support the society. But I don't think it'll happen without local private enterprises who has, well, I cannot say that on TV, has a certain part of their body, squeezed, and also foreign experts and investors who can help develop, who have done it before. And I think that's where Denmark has a strong, strong history, a strong, strong development background, and Denmark have been in Nigeria before. So I think it can happen again, and that's why we're here.